After a stellar playing career at high school and at the collegiate level, Shannan Lane began her coaching career in 2008 and quickly made a name for herself as a championship-level girls coach. She also has proven that she has what it takes to dominate in boys basketball. Under Coach Lane, the basketball programs at South have flourished, boasting a career record of 282 wins against 56 losses, with 0 losing seasons, 0 missed playoff appearances, 0 first-round playoff losses, 8 semifinal state appearances, a state title, and 4 runner-up finishes. Coach Lane continues her historical ascent into what is predominantly a male-dominated field. Best yet, Coach Lane shows no signs of slowing down as she cements her reputation as one of the state's most successful high school basketball coaches.
Well, that's what I told them before they came out. I said, everybody told you you're not supposed to be here. You're the shortest team. We don't have a 6'7". You know, what are we going to do?
And for her to accomplish the things that she has, and for her to do what they did this year and last year, you know, getting to the Final Four and then getting to the state championship, being undefeated all the way up until the final game, it's just absolutely incredible.
What an amazing moment to be, you know, third quarter, they were only down by 1 point, and, you know, half of a game left from being an undefeated team. Again, I hate to say by a female coach, but something that I would say has probably never been accomplished by anybody in the state of, you know, coaching a girls team to a state title and a boys team to a state title. I mean, all that was within just minutes, you know, from happening.
You know, one of the things that she said is that, hey, let's sell out for each other. You know, let's go all out for each other. And the players see that in her, and in turn, they go all out for her.
When you're that disciplined, and you're that passionate, and you're that driven, and you're that prepared, only good things come.
You know, I don't think you're going to find many people in this world that pour as much into the profession and pour as much into kids as you would with, you know, Shannan Lane.
Anybody can draw up X's and O's, and anybody can draw up this play or call this defense, but it's the true love and care that you have for these kids and these players that can't be replaced, and it can't be faked.
There are great coaches in Pueblo, and I think she's at the top of that heap. I think, again, she puts in the time. She truly loves the game. Boy, girl, you know, male, female coach, I just don't think it matters. I think it's, you know, the way she approaches coaching in general, and, you know, teaching, and she's darn good at it.
You know, I couldn't be more proud of these boys. They upset some big teams, you know, and throughout the season, and winning league and going undefeated, and just proud of them and the way they conduct themselves on the floor. You know, I think Lewis Palmer hit some big shots on us, and we didn't answer right away. It's the way it goes. Anything can happen in the state title game. I've been here enough to know that, so.
She's going to get it. She's going to get that championship. She's going to continue to compete. She continues to break down barriers, because that's Shannan.
The last 5 seasons, she's coached in 4 state title games. And, you know, there's some coaches that will coach an entire career and never make it there once.
What people see is the success of the boys, but don't forget about what she did with the girls, because there was year after year, we were in big time competition, and we were shot here, a free throw there. We should have had 4 state championships back to back.
As a fan of the game and as a fan of coaching, you know, it's so fun to see her play the chess game. And it's so fun to watch her go head to head with all these other coaches that have done great things as well.
I tell you what, like when she's walking up and down that sideline and pacing up and down that sideline, you know you're in a fight. You know you're in a fight.
It's so fun to watch her on the sidelines, you know, the mannerisms and how she is so focused. I mean, you don't find people that are as laser focused as Shannan is.
You missed the good stuff, Donnie. Back in the day, she was animated. I'd had bruises on my shins because she'd throw a marker or a board, and me and the other coach would dive. But you know what? She's vested.
Sometimes we will see different things, and that's where it really helps having a receptive leader like Coach Lane, who's willing to hear the feedback, willing to be open to something that she may not have seen, and then also, you know, give us feedback on, okay, well, I saw this is why I did this, so that we're all on the same page and we can still voice that same, you know, message to the team when they come off the court.
She really took in what we were saying because we were prepared like she was. Because on her coaching staff, you have to be prepared.
She's not a person who is going to wing anything. She has a definite plan in place, whether it be on the court for practice or for a game. I can imagine that the classroom's the same way. She has a game plan coming in. She knows what she wants to accomplish with her kids, and she's going to have a plan to do that. So again, I think that's what separates her, from the masses.
Shannan will never walk into anything unprepared. So if it's, hey Shannan, can you cover a class real quick? Yep, where are the lessons? Because I need to read them before I go in there. That's exactly how she coaches. She does not mess around.
She works to the strengths of her players, from year to year. She doesn't try to make them fit a system that maybe they're not best suited for. She makes her system fit their strengths, and I think again, that showed this year. They weren't a huge team, but they were lightning fast.
This was one of the most unselfish teams I've ever coached. They didn't care. Whoever got 20 points that night, they were happy for, as long as we got the W.
She genuinely loves every single player, and I think that the players feed off that. If we're going with the different starting lineup, you don't hear griping and complaining.
She's going to make the best plan that she can with the talent that she has, and I think she gets the most out of every one of her players, whether they be, the females that she coached in the past or, the males that she's coached the last couple of years.
She maximizes everything she has in the team, and she's done that consistently over her career. I think when you get to that level and you're that successful, it doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen just because you have good players. There's a lot to it.
To win that final game is always the plus, but I think it's the friendships and the grind, I think, is what these kids will remember. They're going to remember her as probably one of the best coaches they've ever had.
Not only is it about the court, these boys and girls are successful off the court. And she just teaches them to be good, well-rounded people. And, there's lots of wins, anybody that comes across meeting Shannan Lane.
This is a special group of kids right here. This was a group of kids who didn't give up, who were undersized but didn't look at themselves as undersized.
They've played since they were 10, 11, and so they just enjoy each other. Off the court, on the court, they're a fun group to be with, and they make me laugh. They mess around. Boys are boys. I just want to thank God for this team. They are truly a special, special group, and their journey is over, and it's hard.
I imagined the season as a juice box, as a Capri Sun pouch, and we didn't leave any juice in the bottom of that pouch. I'm not regretting not taking that last sip. We squeezed every ounce of juice out that pouch, but there's nothing left in there to be sad about. We emptied the tank, and we're gonna get them next year. We wish we could have got it this year, but it's just more fuel to almost taste it. It smelled really good. Able to look at that trophy, but didn't get to touch it. So we'll be back next year to make that happen.
She trained us the right way, and I'm lucky because I get to take that now, that leadership and that learning, and actually apply it, not only in principalship, but in just my own personal life. So I learned a lot from Shannan, and it's awesome to be her boss now and boss her around, so it feels good.